After writing calculate amount instance method, we have to write one more instance method, that is demo cash bill. Demo cash bill, it is should be written in camel case. First word lowercase and next word onwards first letter should be capitalized. Okay. Okay. Now what should be its return type? It is not returning anything. It is just printing the buy data. Its return type is void. You must write the return type properly, otherwise it leads to error. Okay. Now we are writing. Here we have to write SOP statements, and you see with reference to the output only, you have to write strictly according to the output contents and format. You have to write all these SOP statements. Simply I am writing SOP. I think you can understand. So first comes one line. Line length and all that, you see that it should be appropriate. Thereafter SOP cash bill heading we write. It should come to the center. That's why horizontal tabs we are writing. That is cash bill. Okay. You write. Don't forget this thing. Again SOP. What is required? One more line is required. Strictly according to that you write. Then there is no deviation at all. Thereafter SOP. Now what we have to write? We have to write the labels. How many labels are there? 4 labels are there. One is item. Thereafter tab gap, horizontal tab gap is required, that we are writing. Thereafter numbers, horizontal tab is required. Rate we are writing. Rate, always you write units, that is a professionalism. Next one is amount also what? Rupees. So that also you write. Then you need not worry about the gaps and all that. Automatically, because of horizontal tab, the required standard gaps are created. Okay. Thereafter, SOP, one more line is there, that you write. Okay. One thing, as I told you already, the lines every time just one line properly, with the proper size you write. And same thing, 1, 2, 3, at the end also 1 will come. Then you copy and paste. That's it. Okay. Thereafter, what is required? SOP. Now we have to write the corresponding variables. Corresponding variables means whatever spelling case you are used, same thing. Item name. After item name, don't use comma, plus. Now horizontal tab we have to put as a string, otherwise it leads to an error. Okay. Next, plus numbers you write. Then again horizontal tab is required. Then plus you write. Thereafter rate, then plus horizontal tab. Next, I am writing in the next line. Here see, how can you get amount? Amount means, simply call that. Amount is being calculated by calculate amount. You call that method. Calculate amount method you call. You call, then whatever value you require, that means what you require amount, that amount is printed here. Okay, printed here. Then this is this thing. So everything is ready. Then finally again you have to write a line. You write it and close this thing, and thereafter this is a closing brace of the instance method, but we have to close the blueprint class also. So one more brace, don't forget that. So you should be very careful. One thing, before executing, before compiling, what you do, you check each and every unit, because committing mistake, correcting and all that, you have to waste time and you are tired also. That's why don't do that. And blueprint class is ready. And once again you check before compiling. Then prevention is better than cure. So by that, without errors in the first instance, you get the result. So in this way, we have written the blueprint class. Thereafter, what we have to write? We have to write the main main class. So what name you give? Class main. If you are using using GDB compiler, just to write main only. If you use another compiler and all that, then also you can use main, because in this only main function you are defining. Otherwise, what name is appropriate? What name is appropriate? CashBill demo is appropriate. Now main class. Okay. Okay. Then what we have to write? We have to write main method, then public static void main string args. You should not be lazy. Whoever wants to evolve as a Java programmer, then should not be lazy. Every name they have to write, every convention they should strictly follow. And now this is over. Again, you have to create a block. Create a block. This is a main block. This is a thing. So below the second letter we create, then it is highly readable and visible. Okay. Next thing. Now we have to create an object. Which object? CashBill object. Because CashBill class is a blueprint class. That's why the type of object we have to create. Now appropriate name you give for this thing, CB1. What do I mean? CB1 means CashBill 1. CashBill 1 I am writing. Now CashBill, sorry. Here first what you have to write? You have to write a new. Thereafter CashBill, and now you have to call. You are calling the constructor by this. This represent constructor. You are calling constructor. Here, which one you have to give? Whatever order or number of items you have given in the header of constructor, the same thing you have to give. That is, first one is, let us say, whatever you want you can give. Pens. Okay. Next, how many numbers? 10, integer. And rate, 9 rupee, 50 paise, F. Why I am writing F? We have defined it as a float. That's why you have to give. Now, these three arguments are passed to the header of the constructor. In turn, all the three instance variables are initialized. In this context, you must remember one thing. This is the invisible assignment. Already explained in the previous program. Invisible assignment, here only people are confused. I know that. That's why you understand these three values are passed to the header of the constructor. In turn, those are initialized to instance variables. Now, all instance variables are initialized. Then, what you want to print? Demo CashBill. Just you call this function. You need not pass any arguments. And here, semicolon. Then, in turn, output is printed. Whatever output you are expecting and all that, it is printed. This is one object. Suppose if you want to create, you can create n number of objects. Suppose next one, CB2, everything same. Now suppose 3 items you have to give. 3 items you can give as scales, 5 and some rate, 5 rupees, 50 paise or something, whatever you want. But whatever rates you are giving and all that, they should reflect the real life. Suppose pen means it is 9 rupees, 5 rupees or 10 rupees. But you should not put 200 rupees or 300 rupees. Some pens are there, but don't take exceptional cases. A scale, it may be 5 rupees or 10 rupees, depending on the material and quality of that. So, that all these are reflect the real life. That is a matter of common sense. Then you write whatever output you are expecting, that is being printed.